Hello, all greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I wanted to come and wish you a good day. I'm going to pull a few cards to see to find an oracle to comment on the energies of the day, for there is much that is going on. Saturn in Capricorn is in his own sign, but is making sure we are addressing all kinds of duty, all kinds of karma, and that's why a little bit. Then there is Pluto also, that's also in this sign, that is addressing the death and rebirth for. And then Neptune is in Pisces in its natural sign, and Jupiter is in its natural sign in Sagittarius. So there is a great deal of energy because all the major planets are moving forward, and so let us use this energy to go forward. For women, personally, I know I have a little bit of things to transmute, but then there's a lot of good karma that will come afterwards. I hope this translation will happen really quickly so that I can move into the good karma, so we can continue to share and enjoy life. So I'm going to pull a few cards and then I'm going to discuss a few ideas. The highest wisdom for us today is action, to move into action. Whatever we are called to do is what to do it. What we need to understand is the effort. What kind of effort do we need to produce in order to achieve the result? What we need to do is achievement. We need to achieve whatever we need to achieve, and then the outcome will be destiny. We all came here with a personal life plan. We are here to serve the ascension, to serve the planet, to serve our soul, and to find the highest joy and fulfillment within this process. So it is important to understand that whatever the old comfort zone, that we're trying to leave this old comfort zone. For we can postpone it, but it's better to address things as soon, in many senses, sooner the better. The old comfort zone was comfortable, and then leaving this comfort zone is uncomfortable. But the new comfort zone that we will find afterwards will be so much better. We will move into this new level of integration of our spirituality. We will be reborn into a new spirit, with a new consciousness. I wanted to say also that right now there is a great deal of needed for harmonization and balance in order to heal all kinds of childhood traumas. For we all had childhood traumas, no matter what circumstances of our life may be, and also to heal. Also some past life as well that needs to be balanced. Understanding that the more sensitive we are, the more we have to define boundaries and to protect your energy, to do self-care, because there is all kinds of energies that are not necessary anymore, and so we need to cleanse and clear. Understanding also that the universe always look at what we're seeking to do rather than what we do. What we do is important, but what our intention is really what is the most important. So always keep a good intention, the highest good of all, to keep on. So in order to achieve that, to move into always, you can always call on the angels and the Creator and to assist in that process, and so that it can help everybody in the process, can make things easier. From the Akash, the card of the day is wisdom, to seek wisdom. The wisdom is to find the means by which to achieve what we wish to achieve, without having to create more karma. So that's many sense. It is important to understand that, for we are feeling the more and more this presence of the inner self. If we turn towards the inner divinity, we can all find it easily now, and so it is much easier for this inner presence. It's a translator of meaning and value within our life, but it's also he who can inform us of what is and what is to come. For most will be hidden until it happens, but there is much that it can be revealed, and in many sense, I've been tuning into that presence for many years, and so I've seen many things, and I've seen many glimpses of things. So those higher dimensions, or the future will come when it's time for it to come. But the glimpse of the higher dimension is just like we're getting visions, or we're getting feelings or energies. But now we are asked to integrate that in a full-time level. So rather than just be something that we are drawing from, we want to integrate that as much as possible. Personally, I want to move into this newness. I want to say also that once we move into we open our third eye, we sometimes we can decipher that everybody is connected to certain an animal energy. This physical body has an animal origin, and we all have a dominant animal within ourselves. You cannot see everybody, but sometimes you can see that. It's kind of funny. I'm not talking about the animal guide or the animal totems; those are other things. But it's kind of interesting to. And the idea is we want to master that animalistic self to move into the angelic self, to move into pure love and divine grace. And so I'm going to pull a card from the archangels as well. So I'm having a little difficult time because Spirit does not let me sleep more than 2 hours a night for about 2-3 hours a night for the past 2 or 3 months. So it is difficult. When I don't sleep well, I get a bit depressed, and so I don't feel all that well. But I know that it's all a process. I will be soon free and clear of all that. Unless it kills me, then I'll be free and clear anyway. And so it's like there's an amor fati and everything. So the situation for us to do the card is the two of Ariel. You have to find a balance. Running after more than one, running after more than many things at once, doing many things at once, making every work more enjoyable. So it is like it's something that we have to trust the providence. There may be to ask for divine intervention in our life, so that we can be we can move from level to level without having to always have to do everything ourselves. For it is difficult. We have to assume a certain part of responsibility, but the universe can handle a lot of it for us. So trust God, trust the angels, and we'll move into let us move into this collective reality. There will be a great shift. There is a great eclipse that's coming on around the 20th of this month. That will be the most powerful eclipse of this month, much more powerful. This one was powerful, but the other one will be anchoring new energies. And so I'm gonna sing a song. I'm gonna sing that song. To change it. Then I'm going to maybe sing 2 songs. The painting behind me is an astrological self-portrait. I think it's completely finished now. It's just like, that's it. I presented, I say it was finished, but now as I look at it, I really like it. I think it is really spectacular, and I don't see anything I could move from this piece. I think it, for in many sense, art has to be lasting in value. That's philosopher named Hegel who was saying that art has to carry value, and those values have to be lasting, because I see. Like, for instance, on Instagram, I really like Instagram. It's really nice. There's a lot of creativity and very funny things. But those things, I don't put a lot of likes and things. But when there's a lot of things, once you've seen it, it's done. You don't want to. So there is certain thing that works on social media or on the internet, and all the things that works in museums and galleries. For certain things are not. You want art to remain interesting through the passing of time, even centuries. For this is really, it takes a few centuries to see how impactful an artist was. So a lot of things in contemporary art, we believe it's so important. We may lose a little bit sense, and other things that we didn't think was so important may become more like, there's artists like Max Ernst, for instance, that's not very recognized in the art world, not very expensive. But I think he's one of the most important artists of the 20th century. There is, of course, for my favorite period in modern art is 1850, 1950. But I do believe there is a new renaissance. I mean, we're going to move from the profane art to the sacred art. For art as in this new energy, in this new renaissance, like the work I do, there are many other people that are moving in this direction. Is that there has to be a spirit to it. There has to be a soul to it. There has to be an energy around it, beyond the form, beyond the physical appearance. There has to be an energy of that radiates. It's like that's what we see that's what I like about modern artists, is that they have the paintings have a great deal of aura, or the Renaissance artists as well. Well, I'm gonna sing 2 songs actually. So I'm gonna sing first this song because it came through my mind. It's about the temporality of things, and the other one's a little bit more happy. But they're both interesting. First one is called Dust in the Wind. It's like this. I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity. Dust in the wind, all they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute by. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind, everything is dust in the wind. Well, thank you. This song says, "From dust to dust, all things remain." For we have to, everything happens now, but this life is very. Is our life real, or is it just a dream? For as soon as it's over, we'll realize it was just a dream, and so we wanna enjoy it, make it meaningful, and by making moral choices and avoiding a situation that may lead us into shadows. I'll finish with another song. It's a song in a tribute to a great rock and roll artist, the most cosmic, galactic of all the rock and rollers, that was born and deceased almost on the same day, like the Buddha. It's David Bowie, and one of his first songs that made him famous in the world. It's about this. Inspired by the reaching the moon of man in the 60s. It goes like this, called Space Oddity. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is Major Tom to ground control. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the paper wants to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating through the most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today, for here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very still, and I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much, she knows, for here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit's dead, there's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear? Am I floating around my tin can, far above the moon? Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry, but when the liftoff took off, I had this this glimpse in my head. I was like, whoa, it's like so much altitude. And so, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting. Feel free to comment. Let me know if you have anything you wish to address me, and I'll return to you. I'll return to you to comment, to continue to comment on those energies that are coming to us. There is a great deal of change that is happening through the process of death and rebirth that Pluto is calling, with Saturn moving closer to it. So the whole world is going to be dead and reborn, and the whole art world will be dead and reborn. And so we're all moving into this renaissance. So let us get ready to be reborn within ourselves and continue to cultivate love, light, and wisdom and courage within ourselves, so that we can grow in that frequency each and every day, the frequency of love, of spirit and soul. I thank you very much. Namaste.